But I hope you know I'll be right there when those lights go low again. And as time goes on, you got me feeling you're the only one I know. You'll be on my mind. Yeah, you'll be on my mind. You'll be on my mind. Yeah, you'll be on my mind.
Hello, everybody. Sitting here with Jess, who just discovered a new app called
Merlin.
it's called Merlin, and it helps you identify different bird noises. And so some people yesterday told us about it, and as you probably know, there's lots of birds here. So we've been
I was thinking I was gonna record while we're talking and then at the end tell you how many different birds we heard just sitting here.
okay, get it going.
But I don't know how long I can record, so we'll see. Also, it depends on if there's a lot out or not, but just sitting here this morning, I think I heard about 20 different birds, so
And
we'll
we've been
see. We'll
looking for
see.
toucans, but we haven't really seen many toucans.
But I
And
hear
then
them.
we found out that we've been like hearing them every morning.
Yeah,
So
they're here somewhere. Have to go
yeah, I hope you
find
like my
them.
mic.
What's on your
It's a
finger?
plant. Oh,
Dust from a plant?
I don't know what that's from.
Looks like.
Anyways,
Anyways,
um,
hello.
hello. Welcome to Sunday Update. This is our last Sunday Update in Uvita.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of crazy. Next week, our last. This is technically our last week, but our Sunday will be in San Jose because Monday morning we fly out back to Idaho.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
kind of crazy.
it's going by fast. I know we have a week left, but it's fast. Fast, fast.
Yeah. Um, but yeah. You want to tell us how the week went?
Yeah. Let's see. We normally start with Spanish class. It's going well still. We really like our teacher still. This week was kind of fun. During Alex's course, or his 2 hours after I had left, he came home and he was like, "Oh, I was talking to our professora and she's never had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich." Somehow you guys got talking about that.
Mm-hmm.
And so he comes home and he was just shocked. And I mean, obviously it's a different culture, but we were like, let's bring her a peanut butter and jelly sandwich tomorrow. So the next day, so we brought her PB&J,
Mm-hmm.
and oh man, she's just so sweet. She was like super grateful, and she took it home and ate it, and she said she really liked it. I'm sure it was probably a little sweeter than the stuff she normally eats. I think she normally eats pretty healthy.
She's spent this last month teaching us this beautiful language, and what we've contributed has been a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and
And this week, I also brought her a Dr. Pepper. Um,
so kind of classic
American.
American things, right? So
Yeah, it's kind of
PB&J
funny
and Dr.
though.
Pepper. What else do you need?
Yeah. Usually when you go out of the country, like even in Mexico where I've been, like they never really have Dr. Pepper. And a lot of the times in Spanish to practice, we do a lot of talking mostly. We kind of derail from the bookwork, but we spend a lot of time talking about like, oh, well in our culture we do this, or we kind of share a lot about culture. And I told her about like my favorite drink, and um, like the word healthy is something that I can say in Spanish, and so I'm like, it's not healthy, but it's my favorite drink. I don't think you have it here, but it's Dr. Pepper, and
Saludable?
yeah,
Yeah.
nice. And then like the next day or so, we had gone to the store, and they didn't sell like bottles or anything. It was just like this one tiny like row of cans. There's probably like one box, so like 12 cans, and that's it in the whole store. And I was like, oh, I have to bring her some. So I got
And
us
it probably
each.
sits there most of the year going untouched
Who knows how long it's been
until the
there?
random American comes by and just
Yeah,
like craving a Dr. Pepper.
yeah.
Because I think we already
But
said that like not a whole lot of Americans down here, and I
yeah,
feel like Dr. Pepper is just an American thing.
yeah. Like she
So
had never heard of it, never had it, never even seen
yeah.
it. I was like, yeah, they had it in the store. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't always have it. It seems like some of the things they have kind of
Hmm.
come and go, or kind of just random. Whatever they get, they sell type of thing. So, um, yeah. And again, she said she liked it. I don't know if she. No,
Well, she
she
was
did.
complaining that like juice is too sweet
Yeah.
beforehand, which and I think Dr. Pepper is like 10 times as sweet as that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. But
um,
we did
but she's
talk a lot
nice
about
and
how we don't normally have this stuff, but like it's nice to have every once in a while. So it's I'm sure she enjoyed it, and
And we also learned some things this week as well in Spanish class. So not all just
Oh yeah,
eating and drinking.
I did learn stuff. I'm working on past tense, which is hard
So
for me.
I'm just trying to like catch up to like a 1-year-old child. Like that's kind of my goal is to be able to speak at that level. So we're very different places, but no, it's been good. We've been learning a lot. And then on Monday we did one of my favorite things. What do we got so far?
Only about six,
6 birds so far,
but they're kind of quiet right now.
which it still is a lot. I mean, if we had played that, back home, we'd be
None.
lucky if we heard 1 or 2 birds.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. This morning was a lot better. Usually like 6,
morning
7
time you
a.m.
start
they're
hearing
like
more.
really chatty. But anyways.
Um, but on Monday we probably did my favorite thing of the trip so far.
Oh yes.
We did class in the morning, which left the afternoon, and so like the week before, I was kind of like cruising the internet, trying to kind of find a coffee tour to do, just because we drink a lot of coffee and we like
Coffee's really
coffee.
popular here. It grows really well because of the
Climate.
a lot of people do coffee tours here is what I'm saying.
But not a
Because of the
lot, but not a lot in Uvita actually, because
oh
I was looking around and I was having a hard time finding a coffee tour, and was also looking at some chocolate tours and decided just to
yeah
do one of them. And I'm like, well, we drink a lot more coffee than we eat chocolate,
yeah they have really good cacao here.
and so I was like, let's maybe just do one of those tours. And it took a while for me to find because there aren't like, this town just isn't like super touristy, so there's not like a ton of stuff outside of like the whale tail tours
Yeah.
on the ocean. But ended up finding one on this like random blog called 2 Weeks in Costa Rica, and they've got like a bunch of different stuff on there, which was super helpful. But they mentioned, or they wrote a quick blog about this Cafe Don Emilio's, which is near enough to Uvita,
Yeah.
and
It's in Uvita.
yeah, and so I didn't really realize like how much it was going to take to get there, but besides the point, I booked this tour and for Monday afternoon, and then I was even looking at Ubers because we don't have a car because I knew we wouldn't be able to bike there, but I was like we probably Uber there, and then somebody maybe on the blog or something recommended to not, or you needed like a 4x4 car to be able to make it up. And so I was like, all right, well, like I probably shouldn't get an Uber because most of those cars aren't four-wheel drive.
Yeah.
And so we found a taxi that offered 4x4. It was like $100, which I'm like, it's like kind of steep, but I already made this tour or I already booked this tour. Like we really need to get up there, and so whatever. And it was money well spent. That's all I can really say. Like it.
It's not your typical. So we went up into the jungle, but it's not like I don't know. We've spent a lot of time in the backcountry in Idaho, and
Yeah.
it is just different. It is, even though it's like a dirt road that's pretty steep, and like we've driven a lot of trucks on dirt roads like in the mountains. It's like different.
Mm-hmm.
It's way steeper, way rockier,
Yeah.
tighter. I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
why
Narrow
what makes
roads.
it so much different, but
Yeah, and it probably took a
an hour to get
hour
up
about
there,
to get up
45
there, and
minutes.
it was a rough ride, but
Yeah.
so by the end of that was very grateful for our taxi driver
And
for
he
getting us
waited
there,
for
and
us.
then yeah, on top of that, he waited for the whole time we were there, like didn't rush us. We ended up staying like an hour longer,
Yeah.
and he just waited for us. Like turns out that he was pretty good family friends with the owners of Don
Yeah.
Emilio,
Yeah.
and so he was just hanging out.
Yeah.
And then when we were ready, he's like, "All right," and like hopped in the car and drove
Yeah.
back. So
So if you do that
um,
tour and you need a taxi
yeah,
driver,
his
you
name's
can
Alex. I think you'll
ask
probably find him.
Don Emilio
Yeah,
too,
or he'll yeah,
because they
Don
know
Emilio
each
will
other.
also recommend him. And so, but anyways, favorite probably experience of the trip because it's just a super cool little like family-run business, run by dad and son. We were given the tour by the son,
Don't forget
Daenerys,
about his wife who cooked
and
us and his mom who cooked us lunch.
of course, I mean, like it's a full family thing. So while we didn't really see the either of the wives or like the mom, they were like in the back, like they cooked us lunch. It was like delicious lunch. They made us pineapple bread, which was insanely good. They made
Mm,
us like a banana bread at the end.
yeah.
You got like coffee with lunch, and then afterwards you get like to drink more coffee, and it's all like freshly ground.
And he
He
did like a pineapple.
Yeah, and then he cuts up a pineapple, and he does a tour, kind of like telling us about how they had started, and just being like interested in coffee and how they kind of slowly expanded their operation, and like kind of the machines that they progressed through for grinding and roasting the beans, and took us out into like the orchard and like showed us all like the trees and
Yeah.
talked us like through the process, and talked to us about like organic coffees versus non-organic coffees, which is
And basically now I don't know if I'm gonna buy organic coffee. I'm
yeah,
torn.
yep. He made a great argument about how to kind of question any organic farms,
Yeah.
at least for coffee, because there's just like a lot of loopholes and stuff where you can claim organic when you're most likely not actually organic. Like
Yeah.
they're spraying um, through most of the months, but like just if they don't spray for like 1 or 2 months out of the year, they're able to like somehow qualify. So this farm wasn't organic. They didn't claim to be organic, but just really great people. Um, really
Very
haven't
good
met a bad person
coffee.
in Costa Rica, to be honest. But yeah, the
Yeah.
coffee was amazing. They do it all like pour over style here. So like I think once we get home, we're gonna have to do that. Um, so so yeah, it was easily my favorite part of the trip. They do a farmers market every week, and so I think we might even try this Wednesday to go to the farmers market and maybe potentially get some more coffee or just say hello because they were just such good people.
Yeah.
And
I feel like
we got a bunch of coffee for like family as well because
yeah.
it just makes such great gifts.
I feel like we were literally just sitting there chatting with a friend. Like I thought we were supposed to be done at like 5 or whatever. The
Yeah,
next
I
thing you
ended
know,
up
I'm
going
like, oh
like
my gosh, we need to go
6.
home. It's getting dark.
Yeah, and he poured us like this Costa Rican
Yeah,
liquor,
the
and
sugarcane
it's like
liquor,
sugarcane liquor, but it's also like some kind of form of moonshine. So tasted an awful lot like tequila.
tequila.
Um, so this is pretty much the first time that Jess has had tequila since our wedding, which is impressive. So only
The only thing that got me
Dana
through
could
it was
get us
that it
that,
was not tequila.
but very similar.
Yeah.
So and also just a good old group influence there. I think
Yeah.
got you to take it.
Yeah.
So yes, we got a bunch of bags of coffee to take home, so that'll be great. And then
Tuesday was kind of normal.
well, don't forget about Sunday. Or did we talk about Sunday already? Oh, we did already talk about Sunday. The spa day.
Yes.
We did.
Okay.
Okay. Just kidding.
Sorry.
Tuesday. What did we do Tuesday?
Nothing.
We didn't do anything.
Pool day?
I don't think we did. I think we did beach day Tuesday. Tuesday
Beach
morning.
day. We went
Yeah.
to the beach. Oh, you surfed.
Yeah, I think I went and surfed.
Alex surfed. I read my book on the beach.
And then we were planning on going and like seeing the sunset that evening, but then it ended up raining, and so I don't think we went.
So I read my book on the patio.
And
Poor book.
and so a lot of reading, as we've discussed before. I'm in book 3 of Red
Me
Rising.
too.
Jess is in book 3.
Yeah.
She's also finished like 4 other books
I'm also reading other books, so
this month, so she's
trying to read
crazy.
Throne of Glass before residency starts. I'm getting there.
But
Then
yeah,
we
Spanish
went
class
to
and
Playa Hermosa
oh
the
yeah,
other night.
yeah, we checked out
That
Playa
was like
Hermosa.
Friday night. Friday night.
Yeah,
Made some sandwiches, had some lunch on the beach
throw some
after Spanish
pineapple
class,
and
some pineapple,
sandia.
some drinks, some beers, and then it was super fun.
Playa Hermosa is super cool.
It was beautiful.
It's a free beach. So because the one here it's a national park and so you have to pay to get in. But the closest beach that you can get to that's a free entrance for anybody is Playa Hermosa.
And it was very beautiful. We got there and tide was high. So
Very
we just
high.
kind of like waited it out.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. We just sat kind of up in the trees and watched it. I mean,
Ate our lunch.
beautiful. There was a few people surfing, and yeah, we had our lunch and chips and a few drinks, and then it went down a little bit more, and then we were able to swim
Did
together.
some swimming, which was fun, and
It's a little tough to swim together when it's only like 2 of you, and you know you're a little bit worried about leaving your
trying to
bag.
keep an eye on
and-
your stuff.
Anyways,
And
but the tide was at a good level, so
yeah, and like there
comfortable.
wasn't like a whole lot of people around, so
A lot of people swimming, so we were like,
yeah. So we swam and
ugh,
that was super fun.
so
And
nice. The water here is so nice.
and then by the time we stopped swimming, like the most like or enough of the beach was exposed, so we were able to lay out and kind of
Meet
just
our
enjoy
boats.
the evening and
We weren't planning to stay until sunset because we got there at like
oh
1.
yeah,
Sunset's at 5:45, and we weren't planning to stay, but we were just sitting there, and then next thing you know,
just catches up to you.
sunset, and
Yeah.
it was so beautiful. And I think I've said it on our videos once or twice, but I'm gonna say it again. The sunsets here are just like the most beautiful, and I love that everybody comes out every night to watch a sunset. Like nobody will be on the beach, and then it's 5:30 or 5, and like boom, it's just like everyone's
Bunch of
having a good time,
families and like
swimming and
people barbecuing like
barbecue
from their
and
trucks and stuff, which was like super cool.
just like hanging out.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, sunset. So, we didn't have service, so we couldn't get an Uber, so we had to walk a little bit.
Yeah, I mean that wasn't part of the plan because I gotta be careful because you have great service in Uvita, and so you can book Ubers very easily from Uvita wherever, and so you gotta have to have a little bit of foresight. And so I had booked this, and I was like, oh, we're not that far from Avita, so I'm sure we'll self-service. And we got there, and we still had service, and so like, okay, we're gonna be fine then. But then, for whatever reason,
It's just
sun went down, and I looked at my phone, and I was like, perfect, like we don't have service.
it's just kind of like the way it is here. The service is spotty, and like
Yeah.
sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. It's just kind of
Yeah,
how it is here. I don't know.
yeah.
But we only had to walk like a mile.
I was worried we were gonna have to walk like all the way to town, and it was like a 4 mile walk, and so and it was getting dark, and I'm like, perfect. And we had not a lot of shoulder along the road,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we didn't bring flashlights. It could have been a lot worse, and so I
Yeah.
was like, you gotta be kidding me. And but then as we were walking, all of a sudden, like, got service and was able to call an Uber. So
Just kind of on a turn.
so just got some steps to help me beat Jess's sister in the
Yeah, that's
step
true.
challenge, and so
We are working on those steps.
um,
Okay, and then yesterday, we have to talk about yesterday.
yes, yes. Close second, I think, for me so
Yeah.
far was we went snorkeling, and
Yesterday.
snorkeling was with Martin Adventures,
Yeah, amazing.
and just kind of found them on TripAdvisor, and they had good reviews. But I do think that we got really lucky. Just great experience. Met them at their shop at 6:30 a.m. and didn't get back until 4:30 p.m. And so it was a full day.
Yeah.
And basically, like we showed up and they had a little bit of food, some coffee, some drinks. Um, did a little bit of a safety briefing, and then we all walked down to like the beach where they pick you up like right from the beach on a boat. And that can be a little bit sketchy. Like we've watched it before, just depending on like the tide level and the waves and all that.
At
Like,
least it was low when we got on.
and so we got lucky. It wasn't bad. Hopped on about an hour boat ride out to
Oh shoot, what is that island called?
Cano,
Cano.
Cano Island or Al de Cano,
There's another one.
and so
Beautiful.
oh yeah, and so it's a
Beautiful.
nature like a
Yeah.
reserve, and so it's highly regulated. You're not really allowed, I think, on the island except for like a couple different spots.
That's only
Most
the
of it's
one.
snorkeling that people go for, and
Yeah.
so we did that and did like a couple different sessions that they took us out for. We had like two people out there with us, kind of like guiding
Yeah.
us, which is
If you do
great.
snorkeling, you should see if you can find one that has a guide that literally snorkels with you because she was amazing. She was
Yeah,
would
just pointing
go
stuff
ahead of us and be
out
like,
and
there's this, and I
yeah,
don't think I would have seen half of it if
just
we wouldn't
making the
have
most
had
of
her.
the time, because we were
Yeah.
probably only in the water for like 2.5 hours, and so and that doesn't sound like a lot of time, but I mean, even by the end of it, you're pretty tired, and so we got a break, or we got to hang out on that little island, and I mean,
Beautiful.
just on the beach for 30 minutes, and we climbed up at like an overpass
Viewpoint.
viewpoint and got to like kind of look over,
Beautiful.
which is just insane. I mean, it's just hard to believe that it's real,
Yeah.
You kind of get used to it, and then you're like, what is this
Yeah, it
place?
looks literally fake. It's crazy.
And so we did that, did another session. I love the second session because we saw like schools of fish.
Yeah.
But then the first session was cool because we saw like a ton of turtles.
Yeah.
Missed a shark. I guess it was a pretty good one. Not a man eater apparently, but that's what they said at least.
After we went snorkeling on the first island, we went to a second island where only one guy lives somehow. And we had lunch there. It was delicious. It was they call it like typical food, tico food. It's just like rice and beans, but
Mhm.
it's like the best rice and beans you've ever had. And there's like chicken in the rice. And this time there was corn, which
Yeah,
was a
that one.
little like
Yeah, it was a little
everyone kind
fancier
of
for
puts their own
sure.
little like spin on it. And the beans were really good because they were like refried beans, and then they had chips. So I just like ate it as a dip. It was really good.
And they had
And
a
then
ton of food, so
salad,
we like
yeah,
everyone got like 2 or 3 servings.
yeah, and
And
salad and
yeah,
amazing fruit.
yeah, the fruit was good. We did that. It was like 5 of us, and so there was like kind of two other couples, and then a lady that traveled from Peru because she'd always wanted me to come to Costa Rica, and so she was here on her birthday,
Yeah,
and so that was super cool. So they brought her like a little cupcake and sang her happy birthday and stuff. So
yeah,
it was a good group.
yeah, made fun.
Yeah, and then I mean after that we kind of hung out there a little bit longer. I mean that's another nice thing about here is that nobody's ever in a rush, and
Yeah.
so we
Okay.
just hung out. They kind of packed up lunches and then loaded everybody on the boat, and we went back. And it was probably another like 45 minutes or so. And then when we showed up, though, it was high tide, and so that was pretty crazy. Just because, I mean, there's zero beach. That's kind of the difference here between like other places. Is there's like absolutely no beach at high tide, and
It's crazy.
and so just like landing the boat, like the waves are bigger, and so that just was kind of an interesting experience, and just getting us all off. And then
Yeah.
I mean you can tell that like they do it all the time, but and then we stuck around and like watched them have to like load this boat on at high tide, and that was I mean just crazy. I mean they make it look easy, but I know it's much harder than they make it look. And so, um, so yeah, so like that
Yeah.
was pretty much all day yesterday,
Yeah.
and so we were pretty wiped, and we were gonna go out to dinner, and just decided to stay in and kind of
Yeah.
snack, and so we watched a movie and ate popcorn, and
Hey, today I'm tired. Clearly.
so
I know we're on vacation,
tough
but
life here in vacation. So
had a nice little morning today. Kind of like worked out and then
yeah,
made breakfast burritos, yummy, and then watched a movie. I've never seen Emperor's New Groove, so we watched that.
that had to change. I found that out yesterday, and I'm like, we're watching this tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
We might go get a coffee and
yeah, go to a coffee shop, and then
just kind of
this
hang out
week
today.
we got last week of Spanish class, and then making
Woo.
the trip over to San Jose on Friday, and yeah, trying to squeeze in a few other things. Like there's a really cool waterfall kind of up the road,
Naiwaka.
Nayawaka, and so we want to go try to do that, but it's like a 2 mile hike in, so it just takes a little bit more time. So one morning we'll try to do that, and I'd like to go out to the Whale-tail a couple more times, hang out on the beach, hang out at the pool. There's too much to do. We might just need to stay here another month, I guess. So.
We've been so busy.
Oh, I also should mention that they've been doing like some construction here, and they've been kind of building like a wall, like a
Shout
divider
out
wall.
to the guy that owns this and his worker friends. They're
Yeah,
all
I
just
mean,
so
and,
kind.
and so we've been, kind of not getting to know them, but like around each other for like the last few weeks, and just really nice guys.
Yeah.
And then we saw like I think he's like kind of in charge of the construction yesterday, and he's like, "You guys or he said, "Do you want a banana?" And so I was like, sure.
Banana.
And then he like walked behind his car and like opened up his trunk, and he just had like this like massive bunch of bananas. And he's like, "These are from my banana farm." And I was like, "No way! Like you have a banana farm?" And he doesn't like speak a ton of English. And then he just like grabs like a knife, like hatchet thing, and just like chunks me off like a huge bunch of bananas, and like just piles them in my arms. And I'm like, "Okay, like thank you." And he's like, "Very organic, very natural." I'm like, "Okay, thank you." And
See you Monday.
and I'm like, "Yep, see you on lunes." And then he left. And so yeah, just another example of just like how good the people are here.
Yeah.
So we're gonna they're just finishing up this wall. They'll probably be leaving right around the time, or finishing up right around the time we leave. So gonna kind of miss seeing them around every morning, as they work really hard and we are
I
lazy
sit here
and
and drink my coffee as
drink
I'm
coffee,
watching
and
them
they're
work
just like
on the wall. I'm
working
like,
all
hey.
day. So also kind of a cool thing, real quick, and then I'll stop talking about at least construction kind of hours here is like they start early because it gets so hot. So they start at 6 a.m. And they're here pretty much on the dot 6 a.m. going every morning. But then they have like breakfast at 8 a.m.,
Yeah.
which is like kind of cool because then they all disappear. Like they all go sit kind of like in some shade in another building. And I think that at least with these guys, like they're all eating like the same breakfast like every morning at 8 a.m. So I'm not sure if like it's the boss providing that or what, but they all just sit there and they're just like hanging out for like 20, 30 minutes, just eating their breakfast, and then they get back to work and they work until 12, take a lunch, and then they work until like 6 p.m. And so they work like long hours, 6 days a week.
Yeah, 6 days a week.
Take
It's
only
crazy.
Sunday off. Like this is like the first day that they haven't been here all week, and so, but then they're all just like so friendly and, um,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then
So
the owner's out here sometimes helping them too.
owner's always
He's so
helping,
nice.
and yeah, he's incredibly nice person. Um, so yeah, we're really gonna miss this place. Like as you can kind of maybe see behind us, it's just I mean insanely beautiful, little paradise for
Yeah.
$1,400 a month. So um, hard to beat.
Hard to beat.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much all we got. You got anything else to?
I think that's it.
Okay. All right. Well,
Cool.
next time we'll be seeing you'll be in San Jose.
Yeah.
Until next time.
Bye. Oh, how many birds?
Oh,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10
10 birds.
in 30 minutes.
So, and I don't think I can name any of them.
No. I do. I keep
Oh, the
hearing this
scarlet rumped
scarlet rump tanager.
tanager.
I keep hearing that one a lot.
You hear that one a lot.
And now my phone's not working.
Oh,
It's
a lot,
below.
lot of
There we go.
hummingbirds.
Yeah, wait, we do have this rufous-tailed hummingbird. It's on this plant
I
behind
was
the
watching
camera.
him earlier. Yeah.
And I see him every morning. And then this
Didn't really realize that
kiskadee.
hummingbirds made noises.
We
But
hear this kiskadee a lot too. Great kiskadee. They have like a yellow body,
they
but
kind
then
of
they
like the
have this
bandit mask, or
yeah,
like the
a
Zorro.
black strip.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of a skunk when I see him. And then
Yeah.
he always comes and lands on this tree every morning too. So
Yeah.
it's fun now that I know what they are on my app.
And then I'm surprised that Gato hasn't shown up. Gata.
Gata.
Sorry.
Wait, where is she?
She's our
Well,
friendly local cat that
I
has
tried to
become
include a video.
quite dependent on Jess for dinner every
Papa!
night. So, so I am surprised that she didn't hear us. She's probably napping somewhere.
Probably.
But she pretty much gets our leftovers every night. So,
Papa!
not great, probably that we're doing that, but she's super
Anyways.
cute. So,
And she won't make it on the next video either because we'll be gone. We'll include a video.
I'm sure we'll
I
get
have
a
a lot of
video.
video for her.
Oh!
Gata,
Look
come
who it
here.
is!
Hi.
She's like, what's
You're
going
my friend,
on?
huh? Can you just say hi? She's not snuggly at all, but can you just say hi to the camera?
Oh, she
Just
hates
for a
being picked
second.
up.
Just say hi. Yes, just say
Hi.
hello.
Hi.
Yes, and then you can leave. She's Mimika. Hi, Gata.
What's this?
Oh, yes. She's purring.
Is she?
Yeah. Yes, this is my friend.
Yeah, she's.
Oh. Oh, is she eating it?
Oh, you want that? Yeah.
Gata. Oh.
She's just been a little bit of a band-aid for us for
Don't tell Elmer.
Elmer, so he's gonna smell cat on us. And
Oh. Oh.
she's kind of hanging out. She doesn't normally do that. Oh, oh, be cool. She never does this.
Oh, Gata. Hello, my teammate.
That's what 3 chickens will do for you. That's what they'll buy you right there.
Chicken bones
So.
for dinner, huh, sweet girl?
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, now she's
I need to
kneading.
stop petting her. She'll run away.
All right. Well, you've now met Gata.
Oh, hi, sweet.
Okay.
Bye.
See you later.
Gata, you're like a puppy. You come when you're called, huh?